Ooh, hi there. Hey guys, welcome back, and Dredge here. And I thought today I would cover a video on like tips and tricks for new guys. I get a lot of questions about, this and that, and I thought I'd cover some basic ones in here. Now, you might know some of these, you might not. Some of these I didn't even know until a couple weeks ago. So the first one I'm going to say is when you build your camp, try building it by a railroad station because early on in game you're going to need as many caps as you can, and it's free to travel to your camp anywhere on the map. If you put your camp beside one of these railroad stations that I'm showing here, you don't have to go to a railroad station and spend caps traveling there. All you got to do is fast travel to your camp and then go right over to the station, sell, buy whatever you need, and you won't you won't spend as much caps. You can save a little. And like I said, early on in the game, that's a big deal. Okay, and the second tip I can give you is if you're doing a bloody build, a lot of people carry around dirty water because that's how you get irradiated or glowing blood. I'm here to tell you you don't have to do either one of those. There's a much simpler way. It is so much easier. What you're going to want to do is get a gamma gun. It doesn't have to be a legendary like mine. It could be a plain old low-level gamma gun. You're not going to use it to fight with. You're just using it to get bloodied. So how you do this, you equip the gamma gun, point down at your feet, and just start yanking the trigger. And as you can see, my rads go up crazy. It is so useful not to have to carry around a bunch of glowing blood or dirty water or anything else to get irradiated. You can just pack this little gun around and get bloodied anytime you want. Moving right along, the next thing I'm going to tell y'all is about armor. Now, a lot of people, well, new people don't know about this, but there's 4 different things you can wear. All right, so we'll start off with the simplest thing, a backpack. So you can put a backpack on, and then you can put Under Armour on. It's kind of like your base clothing, basically. And you have to find the plans, of course, but you can build this, and it will give you a little bit of damage, energy resistance, and some radiation resistance. It all depends on how you mod it out. But this is the first layer of clothing that you can wear. So what you would do is you just grab one of these, craft it, and then go into mod it, and mod it however way you want. There's always a couple of choices. Of course, like I said, you're going to have to learn the plans for these. But you can find these things all over the map. They're pretty common. So you got your backpack on. Now you got your Under Armour on. What's next? Okay, well, what's next is going to be your actual armor. So this is the stuff that's actually going to protect you in battle. These are the ones with the really high stats for damage resistance and all that. So you got your backpack with carrying weight. You got your Under Armour that helps out a little bit. It's the clothes under the armor, basically. And then you got your regular armor. And then, after you get your regular armor taken care of, picking whatever you want, light, heavy, all that stuff, and modding it out, then you have apparel. So it's basically your clothes on top of the armor that you picked. So in all, you can wear 3 different types of clothing in this game. They're just separated differently. Alright, now here's another tip for beginners. Say you want to go vendor hopping to bases, try and look for something to buy. Okay, when you do that, make sure you don't have any junk in your inventory. Because if you come across a trap base, when you die, you're going to drop your junk. And that guy's just going to collect it. There's people that do this all the time. And I caught onto it early on, and I just quit carrying around junk with me everywhere I went. So as soon as you get junk, if you're going to vendor hop, put it up before you go. That way, if you get in a trap base, you don't lose anything. It's not a big deal. So we're going to move on to the next one. And this one's going to be how to favorite and then access your wheel, your favorite wheel. So, okay, say I want this anti-armor accessible quicker than going in my Pip-Boy, selecting it, and then backing back out. You can do that. Alright, so all these instructions for this, like the buttons and everything, are going to be for Xbox One. So you would click right bumper on whatever gun you want, and then push up on the D-pad, and this is what happens. You get this big old wheel with everything you've favorited, and then you can pick it, hit A, and you pull it out. It's so much quicker than going into your Pip-Boy, finding the weapon, then pulling it out and all that crap. And you can also repair things. So select your weapon, hit Y this time. If you have any repair kits on you, you can repair it from the hotbar. So you don't have to go all the way back to your camp and use the bench. If you've got repair kits on you, just click on them, hit Y, and then repair that. Alright, so we're moving right along. We're going through these as quick as we can. So when you first start playing, and you want to see which guns are better, what damage is better, you can read the damage number, but as you're shooting targets, you can't see how much damage you're doing. See, I shot that guy, and I have no idea how much damage I did to him per bullet. Okay, same thing with this guy. So, if you want to know how to tell how much damage you're doing, you're going to want to go Start, left bumper, all the way down to Settings, and go to Display. Alright, you're going to go all the way down, second from the bottom, on Display, and turn on Show Damage Numbers in Adventure. Okay, and this is super helpful, especially if you're trying to see how much damage you're doing to a specific target, or just comparing guns on damage and trying to see which one is better. So look, I select him, you see those damage numbers popping off? Look at there. Now I know exactly how much damage I'm doing per shot to what body part I'm shooting. Alright, and I can compare that with another gun. If I just equip it, I can compare it to this one, see which one's better. It's just helping you make a more informed decision on what you need to be using. So while we're on the topic of the start screen, go down into game and turn on pacifist mode. This is only if you don't want a PvP. If you want a PvE, a total experience without people bugging you or killing you, go to your options, go to game, and turn on pacifist mode. This makes it to where you don't do damage if you accidentally shoot somebody, and they don't do damage to you. Alright, and now on to another thing. On this game, you do not need to eat or drink. You can, and it'll give you certain buffs if you're fully fed and hydrated, but it's not going to hurt you if you don't eat or drink. You used to get debuffed when you were starving or dehydrated, but now you only get buffed. It doesn't hurt you at all. So you see, if you're fully fed, okay, fully fed, +1 strength, maximum health +35, disease resistance +35%, and fully hydrated, +1 endurance, AP regen 35% increase, disease resistance +35%. So it does help. It does some good stuff if you want to bother being fed or not, but you don't have to. And here's another tip for White Springs and expeditions. So if you go to White Springs, there's a bunch of these missions you got to do to charge the battery to go on expeditions. And you only need 3, but there's 3 specific ones. How to do that, go into the White Springs Resort, press start, and then these 3 little missions, toggle those. Those are the ones you need to do the expedition with. Makes it to where you know exactly what missions you have to do the expedition. Alright, and now we're on to the end of the video, where I tell you the winner of this week's giveaway. So, only one person entered in the giveaway for this Fixer 2-shot, basically God roll for VAT crits. Alright, this gun is amazing. And only one person entered in the giveaway. I don't understand. So, the winner for this week is... dun, 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 Husky Jet 54. Congratulations, man. You just got yourself a God Roll Fixer. Now, I do giveaways every single Monday, and if you have an idea of what kind of guns you want in the giveaway, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't seen anything you liked yet, let me know what you guys would want down in the comments section down below. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you guys. I appreciate it a lot, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.